Hey Alex. Hi Didi. Bosorka. There's a delay on this and it's really kind of throwing me off, so I'm just going to go ahead and let you know I am sitting on my porch in Houston, Texas. Um, I hope you can hear me okay. I have a little lavalier mic on, but I have the fan blasting on me because it's so hot and there's traffic in the background. Does it sound okay to you guys? Wonderful. Well, I'm here to answer any questions you guys may have. I have a little bit of time and I do want to just kind of learn as I go, like I do everything else. More about live streaming and interacting with you guys and just play around with all these different features and see what works best for everyone. So I'm over here reading the comments as they come in, and here we go. My Secret Life has a question. She says, hi, I have a question. I have this beautiful echeveria, but the tips of the bottom leaves are drying. I'm so scared that something is wrong. Well, the good thing is any kind of drying action in the lower leaves are, it's a bit more natural because they're older leaves, right? So if maybe, I don't know if the light is maybe getting brighter if they're kept outdoors, or maybe they need a little bit more water, but lower leaves drying out it's pretty common. I understand your concern, but it's a pretty common question. Joe, Daddy, I have an article on my website of different under resources. If you go to the sidebar, and it's in the sidebar I have resources. Click on that, and there's an article called where to purchase succulents. And if you're from Houston, I've listed some places that I buy locally, and other places that I've ordered from online. I'm like watching myself talk to you guys on the video like 10 seconds ago, so sorry if I just stare for a minute. Alex, your jade dropping leaves, how to force it to grow branches from the leaf scars. You can't force it. You have to just baby it and hope for the best. There's really no way to force stem regrowth other than just to take good care of it, and when the leaves start coming in, make sure they don't get burned. That's usually what happens with me, is when I have stem babies coming in and I don't see them, and it's facing the sun, sometimes I notice too late and they're already just scorched. So I mean, that happens I would also recommend, Alex, that you get another jade, because this one is really taking a lot of your attention, and I think you need to start over with a new healthy jade. Take what you've learned from this one and apply it to your new plant. I'm just saying that because having one type of plant, one kind of plant. I'm sorry, one kind of plant, and having that plant cause you problems. It's just too stressful, and maybe it even stresses the plant out too. Let me just come back and look through some of my comments. What if I want to show y'all. I also need to see if I can switch tabs really quick without it interfering, so I can pull up my plant spreadsheet. Because the name of this, here we go. Let's see. This is a Camelobivia Devon Maid, and it just bloomed today, and I think it's quite lovely. And I ordered this, oh, here we go. I ordered this online from a place called bobsmollies.com, and they're out of Florida, kind of a little mom and pop place, and they have a lot of really cool stuff. Not your average, like pretty echeveria rosettes and whatnot, but they have a lot of great weirdos. And, oh man. Well, of course, I've already taken some pictures, and I'll have some better shots of this guy on my Instagram account and on Facebook, but it's so beautiful. I love it. And it doesn't smell, but that's okay. It's just these lovely, almost transparent layer petals that, as they lay on top of each other, it kind of changes colors. Are so pretty. All right, we'll put this down, come back and read some questions. Can I pop this out? Pop out chat. I'm going to pop the chat out. There it goes. Oh, this is better. Thanks for bearing with me. I just wanted you guys to... Oh, I got 30 people watching me experiment. Thank you so much for your patience. You guys are really the best. I'm not even kidding. I've just felt so supported, and I think most people who like succulents are automatically pretty cool, right? Very easy to connect with, easy to talk to. Hey, Carmen from Phoenix. Hi, Lauren from Clear Lake. Desrias, hey. Yeah, I'm trying it out. Okay. Oh, Samantha. Here we go. Samantha Tompkins. How do you deal with a lot of humidity? It's been awful here in Florida for about 2 weeks, and my succulents have been getting a lot of translucent mushy leaves. I know we're not quite as humid consistently as you guys, but I am feeling it here too, girl. As far as what I do at this time, I have one fan on my porch, and I will add another fan in the opposite direction, and they're normally oscillating, so it'll create a nice breeze for the plants and for me. But other than that, and keeping them out of direct sunlight, I mean, I'm going to have to move these guys. Even the cactus are going to want a little bit more protection. You can see I have all of these shade cloths up. Well, they're curtain panels. Yeah, I'm already having to make some adjustments due to the humidity. It's intense. Also, again, humidity kind of counts as moisture for a lot of succulents, so cut back on watering. If it's hot and humid, you don't, and especially if it's overcast, you don't want to be encouraging growth with a lot of, you know, regular watering. So it's a fine balance between giving them enough water, giving them enough light, and but also not encouraging growth at a time when they're stressed, or if it's going to be overcast and they'll stretch out and everything. So, I mean, I'm pretty much in the same boat, and I know what you're talking about too. But I definitely think cutting back on watering, trying to give it more circulation, move that humidity. You're probably gonna need some fans if you're hot and sweating. Imagine, you know, your plants are just sitting there stationary. Just throw a couple fans on. I really like these Lasco oscillating fans. I think they're like 30 bucks, and I've been through a lot of fans. And when I have them on, when it's time to turn them on, they stay on basically 24/7 for like a few months in a row. So I like this brand. Okay, let's see. Hey Ray, Betcho Ray Succulents. You guys should check him out. His channel is really nice. And I'm gonna figure out how to do this, but I can actually like put a little note up or something and say, oh, it's like a card. I can shout out a channel or something like that. I've got a lot to learn. I need to get I have 2 sons. They could probably give me a lot of advice too. They also probably would be embarrassed to know their mom is live streaming. Come on. Sorry. Today, no singing and dancing live with this video. You must have caught me on Instagram the other night. I deleted that pretty quickly afterwards. But yes, I'm guilty of that sometimes. Lauren Lewis, actually, Lauren Lewis asks, have you ever had success propagating succulents from seed? And the only seeds I've started and had success with, cactus, aloe maculata, and red yucca. And I think the easiest one I can grab right now real quick to show you is long cord. So I'm really happy. I'm pretty proud of this. I started these seedlings, or I started these seeds. Let's see, hold on. I'm clicking over to my plant spreadsheet, and I have a journal tab, so I can tell you when I started these. But so this is aloe maculata. I got the original plant from my grandma, and it just flowers maybe just constantly, it seems. But with every new set of leaves it puts out another flower stalk pretty much year round. And then it makes these seed pods, and I can show you those in a second. When did I start this? I think actually, did I not write it down? Probably not. But 2/15/2006. I just put red aloe, but it's actually, maybe I wasn't sure of the ID at that time. I'm going to change that. Aloe maculata. So these are 2. Wow. I wonder if these are actually the same one. Anyways, right now, supposedly according to my spreadsheet, you're looking at over 2 years of growth on aloe seedlings. And you can see the one in the middle is like super mega bigger than the other 3. And I think I started about 12. Let's see. I'd show you the yuccas, but they're off the porch. They like it better. They just look like little blades of grass right now. And then somewhere, where did I put them? Ow, this thing is... Hello, little seeds, where are you? Oh my gosh. I was going to show you the seed pods. I just pulled some off. Have a look around. Like, oh, you can look around while I'm fumbling around over here. Yeah, I can't find them. Yeah, we're here there. My chat. Oh, lost you guys for a second. Okay, so real quick, these are the pods that came off the Aloe maculata like a few years ago, and I sat on them, and I didn't even try starting them. And some friends brought me some cactus seeds from Spain, and I started those successfully. And then I was like, well, if I can do that, maybe I can do these. And as far as like echeveria and others like that, like I've never purchased any seeds, and I actually haven't noticed any of my plants producing any of the like echeverias or whatnot. And that kind of makes me sad and wonder what I'm doing wrong. But I know it's just about pollination and timing, and sometimes they're not. Sometimes they don't self-pollinate, which means you need a totally different plant to be able to pollinate them with, in bloom, of course, at the same time. And I just don't have enough of those type of plants to expect them to flower at the same time. So I think everyone should try starting seeds. It's super rewarding, and it's totally different than I mean, it teaches you patience, that's for sure. I don't know. That's definitely something else I want to try. I want to try lithop seeds. Oh, Janae. I don't know if it's Jenny, Janae, Janae. I think I like them all. Yeah, we get. It's been really bright and sunny here lately. We haven't really had a lot of rain. Let me keep going. Sorry, guys. I'm learning how to stay on top of everything with the delay in the background on my end. Danica, thank you. Jan Alexander, thank you. Hi, Guadalupe in Chicago. Madison Martinez asks, what is the average amount of time until a leaf starts growing a baby? It's different for everything, and it's different at different times of year, but I would say on the fast-growing types, like the Graptopetal and Paraguayans and things like that, and at the right time of year, you can start seeing growth, roots, or new leaves on a leaf propagation within 2 weeks. And Danica says in humidity she waters every 2 weeks, and I think that's seems weird, but if it works, it works. Mother Poyer, what kind of water to use? I try to use captured rainwater, but if that's not an option, I'll usually have a bin filled up with just water from the hose, but dechlorinating, just kind of open. And I put a stick in it so any lizards or anything can climb out if they fall in. Lauren Lewis, I am not a master gardener. I'm going to save that as an option a bit further down the road when I have more time to be able to commit to it and play around with the idea, learn a bit more about it. And I've only done like one succulent thing at an improv show. It was really fun. It was so funny, and I wish I had more video of it because it's really hard to explain. But believe it or not, I'm pretty. I guess I get pretty nervous talking in front of a bunch of people. So I think this is a good practice, right? This is about as close as I'm going to get to speaking live anytime soon, I think. Yeah, Janae and Danica both have grow lights, and I'm assuming There's times when you both don't have enough light to guarantee that your succulents are going to stay compact. Grow lights can really help keep the colors longer after the winters, or if you buy some new plants and they're, you know, fresh from the greenhouse and they're still really bright. And especially if you're growing indoors. I talked about that in my last video for beginners. If you really want your plants to do well and you're really serious about succulents, I really think grow lights are almost a required investment. And so you see I even have mine on right now. I probably don't need to. I'm gonna, sorry, the delay, let's see. Seeing how long it takes. Oh gosh, a good 10 seconds or more, right? So I have my grow lights on right now. I probably don't need to have them on because it is bright out today. But I have the weirdos under there, like the lithops and the baby toes. I have some rare plants that I paid a lot for, that I'm really trying to keep the color in, just because, you know, might as well make it last. I use this for helping etiolated plants kind of get back to their normal form. I've used it to start seedlings. This is I have a link to it on my supplies page on my website, but these are the brand is iPower, and it is a 4x2 with 6 bulbs. And then I built that stand with some 2x4s and my circular saw, and it's a bit wonky, but it really did the job. And then I have it on a 6-foot folding table. So I think if you have this space and you've got, I mean, not even this, I think with the table, the light, and I guess you might buy your own stand or have a friend make you one. You can get this whole setup for like under $150, and you don't even need to go this big. But what this does is, this setup really helps me make sure I have a backup source of light when we have a week of overcast rain. I have a nice warm space for succulents in the winter time, because they really don't have a lot of natural bright light inside. Just having that bright light to be able to work by at night. I mean, there's so many reasons. If you need more to be convinced, just if you really need someone to talk you into it, I can help. Okay, let's see, where are we? Lamont Rebane, hi from South Africa. Hey, that's so cool. I really want to pay a visit there, and to Ivory Coast. I have a very sweet friend of mine there, and so many succulents come from there. I don't know if y'all would ever get rid of me. Probably like need a visa or something. Lamont Rebane, why does my succulent grow a stem? What do you mean? Sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry, I don't understand your question. If you want to DM me a picture and your question, Lamont Robin on Instagram, Sucs For You. You can also find me on Facebook. Email me a picture and your question. We'll figure out what you're talking about. Lauren Luce, if you are interested in knowing more about kind of local events and things like that, you can join our Facebook group, Sucs For You. I think it's Sucks Talk. All the links are in all my videos and on my website and everything. And we can help you find some more local things happening. Hold on, make sure I didn't miss anybody. Ooh, it's getting hot. Janae, use that rainwater. Put it in a watering can or something. Just have it handy. Yeah, as long as you don't want it to get funky. It's good stuff. And I don't know if we're gonna get rain anytime soon. Wait, I'm sorry, I forgot you weren't in Houston. I'm not sure what your weather is. Hello, Emily from the UK. You guys have to go through a lot to keep succulents in a lot of the regions there. I hope it's warm and sunny for you today or tomorrow. Mardell asks, not sure if you talked about this, but my succulents never have flowered. How can I get them to flower? I think flowering is there's certain plants, not just succulents, that actually need periods of cold and dormancy to flower the following, in the flowering season. And you have age is sometimes a factor in that. So just patience and taking good care of your plants should, you'll see flowers in the someday. Now, I heard a lot of people saying this spring they had all kinds of things in flower that they hadn't seen flower before. And a lot of the people in Texas and in my area, because we had a strange long winter with 2 freezes and 2 snows, and just flowers everywhere come spring and early spring too. It was almost like they're like, oh no, we better reproduce and multiply, because if this happens again we might not survive. So I think maybe, I don't know, I'm just kind of like making that up, but I'm thinking that if an area receives longer, colder weather, and the plants that do survive the following season, they're probably going to have a little bit more incentive to flower and put out seeds and propagate. Kyla Skybee asks, I have a couple of succulents. They're doing very well, but I've noticed what I think are fungal gnats about at a top dressing. They're still there. Anything to be worried about? So fungal gnats, the flies themselves, aren't really a problem. They're just annoying, except for they lay eggs, and the larva is what causes trouble. They actually eat like the roots of your plants and stuff. It's more of an issue, I guess, when you're growing indoors. Maybe you just notice it more indoors. I don't know if that's, but I typically hear of people growing their succulents indoors, and maybe it's not drying out. So I would suggest you let your pots dry out and stay dry a few days between watering. And what that'll do is cause any eggs and bugs in there to probably dry up and die, and it will make it less friendly for the fungal gnat babies to be, I almost said plant their eggs, laying their eggs in there. Will probably be, they're not going to want to put them in. They like a moist environment. Sorry. Sorry, I'm just staring for a minute. I'm reading. Mardell, you're welcome. Janae, as far as using something like akadama versus succulent soil. Okay, Michaela, that's a good idea. I want to be able to say, come on, click. There we go. Sorry, my whole computer is slowing down a little bit. This video software is running it down. So akadama is like a natural clay drainage material, and I think the closest thing to that is the Turface porous ceramic soil conditioner that I'm talking about all the time. There's also more information about it on the care guide on my website under soil. Akadama is probably a little bit more expensive, but I definitely think I've heard of people growing, especially in the more humid environments, and I know a girl locally that it's not akadama that she uses, but she uses a pretty much 100% shale, expanded shale. I lost my little chat box again. So I think that if you can afford it, or if you have special plants, totally buy them the extra special stuff and give them exactly what they need, and really try to create environment in their pot that's more like where they occur naturally. But yeah, I don't know what you mean by succulent soil, but I'm just assuming you mean high drainage with dirt, so versus no dirt, no organic. My gardening life. Have you ever lost a succulent you really loved? Did you have to ask that question? Of course. Many. I lost a euphorbia the other day because I think it was actually damaged, and even though I tried to keep all my plants covered, again, I can't bring them all inside. I think the cold, the freeze, is like time is still revealing the damage that caused some of my plants, especially I had a few cactus and some and this euphorbia that I just lost. I was able to take the babies off of it, and I hope they'll be okay. But yeah, it happens a lot. I'm trying to think what else recently I've lost. I think that's it. But yeah, it was probably 3 to 4 of cactus, and what else? I don't know. I'll think about it. You're making me sad though. Janae, you had a very succulent godmother watching over your plants, I think. Okay, Lamont's question. He has babies growing, or Lamont, I'm sorry if I said he and you're she. Lamont asks, I meant to say, why does my Graptopetalum not grow stems? Because I have loads of new growth on the main stem, but no stems from the babies. So again, that's just a matter of time. You're just going to have to wait for them to grow their stems, and they will. Just keep taking care of it. They're going to grow the stems. And if they get really big, you can take them off and let them dry and just let them grow on their own. I hope that makes sense. Do you see my cinder blocks, Guadalupe? I really like that setup. Pardon the mess in the corner. I've moved this around my porch several times and lowered it, and they're so cheap and it's just super effective. I think the software might have a way to zoom in, but I don't want to mess it up. I'll try that another time. Yeah, those, even though it's heavy, oh my gosh, I just bought some pressure treated boards and stained them, and cut them down to the size that I needed, and then just keep moving the shelf around. It was getting too much sun where it was before, so put it over there. It starts getting fuller sun later in the day, but yeah, I really like it. Heather, should I bring my Aeonium kiwi inside? If you're somewhere hot, they're going to be going dormant. And if you have a nice bright place inside, you can put them, cut back on watering, and just let them like relax during the hottest time of the year. Then yes, that's what I would do, even though I really don't keep aeoniums because they don't like me. And if the plant doesn't like me, it kind of changes my feelings about it. Aeonium, sempervivum, I think that's about it. And there's some others that I know it's not me. I know it's the heat and the humidity here and me needing to understand them better. And I will try them again. But I have a lot of... I know I actually haven't had a lot of aeoniums. I've had more sempervivums, and right now I only have one sempervivum, and that's enough. It's doing all right though. Okay, Janae, back if you about the soil. I don't think I know in Houston there's maybe 2 or 3 places where you can walk in and buy really good cactus soil, but the Miracle Grow stuff and whatever pre-bag, that's really the only brand I've seen pre-packaging it. I don't recommend it, and I suggest checking out my last video for beginners because I talk a lot about dirt in there. Pablo, why are you worried about that your succulents might be dying? And how much sun should I give my succulents? Do I go and give fertilizer to my succulents? I really want you to go watch my last video, Succulents 101, and I think you just need a little bit more to get a little bit more comfortable and familiar with succulents, so you don't worry about them so much. Because their concerns are like super common, and we've all been there. But it's, you know, hold on, what else? Do I go and give fertilizer to my succulents? Okay, sorry, I'm reading back up. There's certain plants that there's some rules to feeding your plants that are you kind of learn as you go based on your growing situation. Fertilizing your plants at the wrong time, even during, like, let's say you feed your cactus and then you got like a week after that and you don't have enough light, like it's been overcast or something like that. That's not going to stop your cactus from growing, and it's going to etiolate and get a real wonky looking head, and it's going to take a long time for the plant to process the nutrition, the extra nutrition in the soil. So you want to make sure when you feed your succulents or cacti, there's going to be, you know, the weather is going to be nice and bright, or you have some grow lights to make sure. I learned that the hard way, and I think it's kind of funny, and I don't have any examples handy, but you'll see. I mean, it's going to happen to everyone probably who tries feeding their succulents at the wrong time. They're going to just be raring to grow, and they need such little fertilizer so infrequently that it's really easy to overdo it. So just kind of get more familiar with the different plants, and if they even want fertilizer, it's really not necessary, especially if you're giving them rainwater, most of them. Almost said Mars United. Mars United. How long can a succulent container have moist soil before it begins to rot? Not in a pool of water, but not drying out because of lack of sun. It just depends on the plant, but I try to encourage people to make sure that the soil is mostly dry or dry around the roots within a week. And that can, you know, some succulents are more forgiving than that, but others are like, that would even be too long. So it just depends on your plant. If you're concerned it's not drying out because of the sun, water less often, don't water as deeply during that time. Maybe amend your drainage, amend your soil to be draining a little bit better. Oh, another problem, maybe the pot's too big for the plant. So if there's a lot of extra room in it, that dirt is going to take a lot longer to dry out. So you want to put it in a smaller pot. I'm getting distracted by comments, trying to answer the questions too. Pablo saying his leaves are literally falling off, like the leaves are turning yellow, putting his succulents under a big tree so it has shade. Pablo, that's a good idea. It does sound like maybe they're stressed from heat or too much light, bright light. Under a tree, I had like an old cactus guru guy tell me that's a really good place for them because they're getting all that bright sky, right? But they're the light from the tree filters them. I'm sorry, the light from the tree. The branches filter the light, so they're not getting direct. Just keep them out of any direct full sun if they've been getting full sun. Mardella, do you consider a ponytail palm a succulent because of its stem, its trunk is a caudex, and that's where the succulents is contained, making it a succulent. Which, if you think about it, that also makes other things like potatoes a succulent. Catherine, I use the T5s. Regarding grow lights, Mars United, that is a problem. Too much water can actually cause the cells inside the plant to rupture, and when that happens, it's called edema. And if you're really concerned, go ahead and take that plant out of the pot. Put it in a dry pot, like no dirt, or if you have a pot you can repot it in, go ahead and do that. You just take it out of that pot, wait for your soil to dry, put it in, put it in a cup, put it somewhere, and let it stay out for a few days while the other soil dries. Now you got me worried. Oh, Mardell, that sounds beautiful. I wonder if it's just naturally the palm leaves that are the ponytail palm leaves are drying out at the tips. I think that happens, and it's just a matter of finding the right amount of water. I think you can just expect that to happen, but I know you don't want that to be an answer. What that usually means is just there's not enough water getting all the way up to the leaf tip. Sometimes it can be a sign of like maybe try fertilizing it a little bit if it's that big, and be sure that it's not getting bright direct sunlight. And I think when it gets hot, that tends to be more of a concern too. Let me come back up and see. Thumbs up back at you, Heather. See if I can pop this back in. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. There's options on here. There's like live chat and top chat. There's live. Mars United, is it okay for rosettes to upturn? Do you mean like close up their leaves? I'll be waiting for your answer, like versus being spread open. Alex asks, are there recommendations to speed up growth of younger succulents that were recently planted from propagation? I mean, succulents are slow growing. That's kind of their thing. And not only, I guess there's some things you could do to encourage them, but that just comes down to making sure they have all the right light and everything else they like. Not enough water, or not too much water. You know, you want, I've talked about this before in I think my most recent propagation video. Overwatering your propagation babies can sometimes discourage new root growth, because they're getting, if they put out like 3 roots, but they're getting like a bunch of water, you know, every other day, and they're not going to need to grow any more roots to get more water. So you kind of want to like tease them with water in a way. Just give them just enough, but do like, you know, hold back a little bit, and then make sure you're not stressing them out by having them in direct light, like full sun. They're really going to slow their growth down. That's why they grow better in spring. The weather is much more that's part of their natural growing cycle. There's certain times of year you can expect them to grow, you know, maybe twice as fast as other times of year, at least in my experience. So, but really, it's just time. Mars United, they bend up at just the top few layers. So to me, but you say they're not getting enough light. So when Mars United, back to your question about the leaf rosettes that are folding up, I mean, that's actually usually a good thing that they're staying closed. When they open, a lot of times that means they're trying to get more sun on the surface of their leaves. Depending on the plant, I mean, do you know what kind it is? Hey, Fran in Italy. That's awesome. I've never been to Italy. I don't know why. I've been to the Middle East and Australia and lots of places, but I really want to go to Italy. I just want to be turned loose there and go look at the the old historical and architecture, and eat all the good stuff. I know that there's a lot of succulents in Italy, and they do really well there. That was surprising to me. Well, okay, Mars United, Echeveria, I'm not sure what, but in most situations, if you look up your plant and you see it being sold and it looks like that, like closed up and it seems happy and healthy, then that's a good thing. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, send me a picture. I just noticed, wow, I've been online doing this for almost 50 minutes, and Oh, time went really quick. Okay, wait. I'm gonna let's do about 5 more minutes. If anybody has any more questions, and then if anyone wants to send me pictures, they can do so. Send it to Instagram.com. What is it? /Sucs For You. I'm sorry, though. It's starting to heat up over here. Hold on, let me get a drink of water. But it's been really exciting. This has been fun. I know it's awkward. It's awkward for me just trying to keep up with the questions and look away from the camera. And again, there's a 10 to 15 second delay, latency from the live stream. I'll play around, see if I can do anything about that, but I think that's pretty normal. No, I really want to do another plant tour video because, I mean, things have really changed around here since the last one. My taste in plants have changed a bit, and I think it's always exciting to see how people's collections evolve. I notice that a lot on Instagram. Thanks, you guys. I really, Roots Nursery Cape Cod, thank you. So you have Vickenheimer. I don't know if I'm saying that right. This is Vic, Vicinheimer. Can we get another plant tour video? I really want to do that. And I want to include some updates on like my cactus seedlings and stuff like that that won't show up on here very well. Right now I'm using my computer web camera. I have to have some special thing to attach my good camera to the live stream. I sound so old, I don't even know what I'm talking about. If you want to know when I'm going to be doing live stream, be sure to subscribe so you get the notification. I don't know when I'm going to do another one. Maybe later tonight, maybe just to see, like, you know, what time of day is working best for people. And I always try and give a little bit of heads up on my Instagram, but today I think I only gave everyone like 5 minutes notice because I didn't want it to get crazy. Everyone here has been very, very nice and encouraging, like you always are, and I'm really grateful. Mars United, thank you. I do want to help. I want to be helpful because I don't know. Alex, you're crazy. You're Jade crazy. I don't have it. I have like a little one up here, but my big one is over in the side yard. I'll post a picture of it on Facebook for you later. Hold on, I'll show you. My friend from Oakland. I'm tripping over my cord. What else did she give me? Alright. Actually haven't looked at these in a couple days. So my friend Jody moved to Oakland a while ago, and her house came with an amazing succulent garden already, because that is just what happens in California, I guess. And so she was really sweet, and you know, she comes back from time to time, and she brought me some cuttings from her garden. And so actually that makes, what is a little spider on there? Go back in, man. I'm not going to trouble you. It's fine. Go. Stay. So I do have Aeonium from her, and I have this cool, I forgot the name of it now, of course. It's oh gosh, I forgot, and they make such cool flowers. I can look it up on my phone real quick. But these are some jade cuttings that she gave me. They're really cool, and they're doing really well. And then I have another one. I only have one other one. So yeah, that's she brought me that Aeonium, and I think she knows that I'm scared of them and trying to put me to the test. Let's see if I have the name of that other plant on there. You guys should look it up. It's really cool, and it's not something you see very often. Jody. Sorry. I feel like, here, you can look over there. Give you guys a little look. Aha, found it. Grandiflora rock purslane. Okay, so a couple other names to it. Oh, sorry. Cystanthe or Calendrinia grandiflora rock purslane, and they make some crazy big flowers. And when I saw it, she sent me a picture of the flower. Wait, where is it? I wonder if I can show you guys. Okay, I'm gonna try to show you the picture she sent me on my phone. I hope you can see it. But now I have to wait 10 seconds to see what it looks like. Isn't that cool? It's almost like a poppy or something. So, hold on, there's one other picture she sent me. And to me, they almost look like this one kind of euphorbia I really like, that I always see Karina from Sacred Elements posting about. So I'm going to ask her for some more of these cuttings and tell her to keep her aeoniums where they will be happy. Yeah, it is really pretty, huh? So I'm hoping that I can get these going. The CEO. Let me look back up real quick. Read back through some of these. Violet Jade, you can propagate bear paws, but it's best through cuttings. I have some I can show you. And they're kind of difficult. Wait. I have two. Where's my other one? Oh my god. Maybe I need to like alphabetize my plants so I know where to look when I'm running off to grab them. So it took me a while to get these figured out, but once I did, I realized, okay, just leave them alone, give them bright light, pretty much the same rules as everything else. So these are really easy to overwater, and they definitely don't look as happy as you'll see others, but it's a very full pot. And some of these were, I think this one was a cutting off of here, and then this one. But they're cute and furry, but what's kind of weird is some of them, if you touch them and then rub your fingers afterwards, it almost gives you like this, it almost feels sticky. I don't know how to explain it. They're not doing that right now very much. Bear paws. Fuzzy babies. Okay, and then I have one other. Well, it does. So these are a variegated. I think I should change, maybe I should change the pot, but I thought it was really cute. I'm probably going to put these in a clay pot because they've been in this glazed mug for a while now. But that's the bear. Oh, I'm showing you the mug, but look how cute it is. And I drilled it. It's a little dry leaf on there. I'm going to just take that off and not worry about it. But can you see the variegation? Yeah, I'm going to hold it still so you can see it better. Okay. What else? Oh my gosh, where am I? This chat is tripping out. What is going on? Samantha Tompkins, I'm really happy to help. Yeah, I think this is going to be fun once I can figure out a good flow, and I don't just sit there like with my mouth open while I'm reading the questions. Let's see. Oh, the sea is soft. Wiesenheimer. Gotcha. Well, I think I got most of the questions. I'm sorry if I missed you. Again, feel free to follow me on Instagram and send me a DM, and I try to get around, you know, to y'all's messages when you can. And I do hope. Let's see. Yeah, if I'm ever helpful to you, or you know, you want to like throw me a tip or anything like that, I have a support page on my website. On all the information is in the video descriptions. You can leave a tip with PayPal or Venmo, and in the future, there's gonna be, I don't know if I want to use Super Chat or not, but I think it's fun, just a way to be able to like pay a couple bucks and your message will stay at the top. But I think this is pretty under control. And I don't expect anyone to throw money at that on such a awkward first live stream. I'm still learning about it anyways. What are you talking about? Hold on. Hi, Hank. Oh, Juma Champ. That was a flower that I got. Not a flower, sorry. We were talking about, my friend brought me some cuttings from her garden in Oakland, and that was called, the one with the purple flower, Cystanthe or Calendrinia grandiflora, common name rock purslane. Okay, maybe I can, let me type that. Purple flower was from rock purslane. Wait, I spelled that wrong. Purslane. Stamping. Yes. Totally got it. Yeah, it's really cool, huh? I never really seen that before. I really loved it. So I'm very excited that one of my really good friends, I doubt she's watching it, but seems like she has a lot. Okay, guys, it's been an hour, and I really look forward to doing this again. It's been a lot of fun. It's definitely gone a lot smoother than I thought it would, and I love the comments. If there was something I could do, I could just sit here and read the comments and still keep you guys entertained. Hank's Cactus says, my chickens ate all the purslane that grew wild. You know, I think that's interesting. I know there's a lot of different kinds of purslane, and there's one kind that's they actually sell in a grocery store here, Fiesta, and we use it for salads. And I can't remember the name like that it's used, like the Spanish name for it. It's good. It's tangy, a little bit. It's kind of juicy. And I tried to start some. I think I tried to root some last year. I don't know. It didn't work. Then I have something else growing out in my yard that I think is some kind of purslane. It's different than the one I see like growing out of the cracks. So I know some of it you're not supposed to eat, so I'm not just gonna go out and eat any purslane I can find. This purslane doesn't really look like that rock or the Calandrina grandiflora. I don't know what it is in Spanish, but I'll try and figure it out. Maybe we'll talk about it next time. It's a salad. It's verde. Maybe it's. Now I really want to know, but we'll figure it out. I gotta go get my kid from school. But yeah, this has been a blast. Just subscribe. I'm pretty sure it gives you guys notifications, and I'll try to schedule. I think I schedule a time that I'll be coming on. And it'll give you more notice. Other than I think I gave you guys I put in like 15 minutes and then hoped I was actually going to be able to get the stream going in that time. So it worked. I'm excited. Yeah, I wrote the name down up right above your last comment. Donnie it's Calendrinia. It's kind of like Andrea. Did I miss anything? Thanks, Heather. Okay, all right. Wait for this air helicopter to go by. Okay, so again, I have a website. It has a lot of information on there. Good stuff for beginners, my dirt recipe, all kinds of things like that. Sucs4You.com. We have a Facebook group. Those links are on my website. You can just come find me if you want to send me any pictures or anything like that. And I do encourage everyone to join the group because there's a lot of really good people there helping each other out. And if I don't have time to get to you in a timely manner, there's usually someone else around that, you know, comes in and helps, and it's been amazing, really. I don't want to get burnt out on repeating myself all the time, so I'm trying to get some other people to help me comment and answer some of the beginners' questions. And that's one thing, is that you just really have to get out there and like research on your own a lot of times, because you're asking the same questions everyone else has that I ask too. And I don't want to give the impression to anyone that you should already know this or whatever, because everybody's just learning at different paces at different times, depending on when you get into succulents. But I guarantee you that someone has already had those questions before, and that the answers are out there. Just Google it. You'll hear that a lot, but Googling, it's great. I need to put some more resources on my website that I really like as far as for identification and stuff. And there's a lot of forums and things too. Facebook is a really great place to look up succulent groups in your area. And I know I tried to join one in California, and they're like, well, there's already a bunch in Texas. They wouldn't let me in. So, but I that was only one group that ever kind of like turned me away. I was like, well, I want to know what's going on there too. Anyways, you know, I need to hear what's going on with succulent keepers all over the world, because I get people asking me from all over the world. And, you know, just because I don't, you know, live in Canada doesn't mean I can't help you. But it's better, you know, I'm able to help you because someone from Canada has presented a problem with me and I've helped them figure it out. Or, you know, they're helping other people out, and I see those conversations. So just get on Facebook, search for, you know, words like succulents, Oklahoma, succulents, Mexico, succulentas. There's a never-ending wealth of information. I do know the hardest part is sometimes trying to find how to ask the question. Okay, it looks like Donnie asked me one last thing. Hold on one second. Let me see. Oh. Sorry, I thought I missed part of your question. Donnie asked if I had attenuata. Yeah, it's good. Of course, I'll show you all my Horthias. I really like Horthias. Attenuata is a good one. Okay, again, sorry for fumbling through this, but that's what happens when I'm live. And thanks for bearing with me, and thank you for your questions. And we'll do this again soon. Okay. Have lovely days wherever you are. I'm trying to figure out how to stop this now. I think I have to go. Okay.